Okay, I'm back on the Honda. The Honda has no real clutch lever because it got broken off.
If you guys want, we can go back partway on that same trail again.
Yeah.
You sure you want to do that?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to sit here and hold it. Once I get moving, it's fine.
Yeah, but you're not. What I'm saying is, I just rode it through technical stuff, and it was really hard.
Did we? I think I'm going to keep playing with the gearing just slightly and try to gear it up a little bit higher. I think it's a little bit too low right now for what I want. You know, the way it's set up now, it doesn't feel like it's trying to kill me. So I feel a lot more comfortable on it than I did before. But I just don't have that comfortability level that I do on either of the other 4 bikes that I rode today. I guess the other 3 bikes today. Now, it's not like it's bad, I'm just not comfortable with it. Sam really likes it. You ready for a race? So I'm going to screw up this start because I'm dealing with the shortest clutch lever known to man because we've already broken it off. And also keep in mind that the bike has been running now for 3 hours. We left the truck on this section at about 2 o'clock and now it's 5 o'clock. So the bike is very good and warm. And then this proceeds to happen. Where'd they go? They coming? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go! Something's happened with this. I think I just seized this motor. I think I just seized this motor.
Are you me?
Nope. As soon as I let off the gas, and then boom, it quits and starts skidding the wheel.
That's locked up. Like the bottom end. Can you roll it back and forth? What's going on?
I think I locked this motor up.
So you're wondering if the tolerances were slightly too tight. And then when I did that drag race, which is the most load the motor had ever been on, you're wondering if that might have caused this issue because we had not quite enough clearance. Is that what you're saying? After we did this filming, Kevin was able to confirm with his bore gauge by taking over a dozen measurements that there was not enough clearance between the cylinder wall and the piston. So that was the cause of the failure. The piston expanded too quickly, too fast, with not enough clearance between the piston and the cylinder wall, thus the failure.
Yeah, and that's what would make the most sense to me. When you're drag racing, you're producing a lot more load, a lot more heat. So your piston is going to expand just a little bit more than it normally would when you're single track riding enduro. And it could have been just that small tolerance that caused it to fail. So when it expands to the point where it starts to contact and drag on the cylinder walls, it'll start to scuff and it's kind of an avalanche effect.
Which is what we saw.
We're gonna try something now. We're gonna modify this Honda and we're gonna power it with a KTM because it seized up after it won a sprint drag race against this. Which one were you on, Sam?
The 2019.
It was doing a drag race with the 2019 250 XC. It beat the 250 off. It beat the KTM off the line. It was wide open for about 7-8 seconds. Then I let off the throttle and the motor seized. So she's dead. We're gonna pull her home with, what do you want? Oh, you're on my bike.
Yep.
We're gonna pull it home with the 300 XCW TPI.
We drowned in the mud.
Yep. So yeah, let's give it a whirl. Here we go. And we're being pulled back. So the strap is a good thing to have. And that's really frustrating, guys, because this had a brand new top end on it. Now we didn't do a bottom end, but this thing is seized up. And it's only been a little while since we rebuilt the thing. Now, I didn't rebuild it. Had a reliable, good mechanic rebuild this bike, and it made it, I don't know, because I don't have an hourly meter on it, I would say somewhere around 12 hours or so. 8 to 12 hours before I seized it up. Now, we rode it the whole afternoon, and you know, so it was warm, it got cool, and then here we are on the road, and I go to drag race Sam, who was riding Tyler's 250 XC, and after it was wide open for a bit, it died. I let off the gas and boom, it was seizing up. So I wasn't getting it too hot. I mean, I don't know what happened, man. Yes, it's the end of the day, but it's like 40 degrees, maybe 35, probably 40. Probably 40 degrees here right now. And yeah, she just seized up. Good thing it was the end of the day and we were basically done. We were on the road headed back to the truck. So gotta fix the motor. Good times. By the way, in case you didn't know, this is a really good way to tow bikes. You go one foot peg, like he's going off the right foot peg down, we're going down to the left foot peg on this bike, and then you just want to keep that tow line tight. You can do that by, usually you don't have to do much, but when he starts to slow down, you want to slow down so you can keep that thing tight. So sometimes you might want to drag a brake just a little bit, but if you do it like this, oh shoot, if you do it like this, then they don't you know, get caught and make a major problem. Caught on the tire. See, I was just dragging my front brake a little bit to keep this rope tight while he let off the gas there. Sam left a lever right here. Sam broke a lever here, and he also broke a lever like 5 years ago. So this is his place. It's his shrine. He comes here every 5 years. He breaks levers. This is the second time I've had to do this because I had the record button not on. I'm not going to ask you any more of those questions.
Listen, I do cool stuff, and when you do cool stuff, you create a shrine.
It's true.
Are you gonna ask me why my boots are wet?
Tyler, why are your boots making a puddle on this sandstone rock?
Because Sam got stuck in a swamp. On over here, this is why. And I got stuck.
Why are you muddy up to your like crotch area?
Listen, we saw a dingo. That dingo, his name was he was Tyler, and he went across this really big river mud hole.
And then you tried to follow him.
On that dingo. That's what happened. I got stuck.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Comes down to peer pressure.
That's one thing you'll learn is don't always follow him because it's you. Sometimes you will regret it.
Bike and your body don't follow Tyler. Well, hopefully you'll like.